Now that the Mario Cuomo Bridge stands as its replacement, there will be new life for the old Tappan Zee Bridge once it's dismantled. But that life, surprisingly, will be, of all places, underwater. Governor Andrew Cuomo recently announced that parts of the old bridge will be sent to the south shore of Long Island to create an artificial reef, a boom to the underwater ecosystem. As part of our Peril and Promise, the Challenge of Climate Change Initiative reporting on the human impact of climate change, we're looking at how we all will benefit from this incredible win-win for the environment. Here with the details is New York Executive Director of the Nature Conservancy, our good friend, Bill Ulfelder. Bill, welcome back to you, as always.
Thanks, Jack. Great to be here.
So this sounds like a fascinating idea. Where did the idea come from?
The governor's team. And I was speaking at the event with the governor, and the story he told, which I love so much, was, where, after this long, useful life, where is Bridge Heaven? And he said, well, it's underwater. And so this bridge that has spent its life, the iconic Tappan Zee, is now headed underwater off the shores of Long Island. And then they're going to combine the bridge actually with some other barges, some former tugboats that used to work on the Erie Canal, some other quarry material, sort of have a mix of material. And they're actually going to add this. There are about 12 locations around Long Island, in the Sound and along the South Shore, where the New York Department of Environmental Conservation allows for these artificial reefs. And they're going to be using this in about half of those, ranging from as close as the Rockaways and as far out as Shinnecock. So it's pretty darn cool.
But many people will be watching and say, well, wait a minute, you're just dropping junk in
Right.
the ocean floor? Why is that a good thing for the ecosystem?
Right. Well, it's good because it's structure. And nature loves variability and diversity. So what will happen is once these portions of the bridge and the other former boats and things like that go underwater, they're going to start to get coated really fast in undersea vegetation, sponges, corals. I think actually a lot of New Yorkers don't realize that we have native species of coral here, one species of a hard coral, a few species of soft coral, and all this stuff, shellfish, the fish are going to start showing up really fast. And when you get small fish, then you get the medium fish showing up to eat them, on and on and on. So really, it's a way about bringing back habitat. But the state's really careful to make sure that it's putting all of this material in the right places, and they clean everything. Everything gets cleaned out. So it's essentially inert and has no negative effects on the ocean environment when it gets dropped.
There's no junk that's destructive junk.
That's
oil
correct.
deposits or those types of things that could create essentially hazardous circumstances.
That's exactly right.
So these artificial reefs, they've become the destinations for fishing as a consequence of that. And again, some of the idea is protecting the shoreline as a consequence of that.
No, both are true. And I'm a scuba diver, and I have to say that I'm also a conservationist. I love the natural world, but there is something exhilarating about scuba diving on a wreck and seeing an old boat and wondering about its history and maybe even doing some research on it and things like that. And you're right. I mean, fishing is a really important part of our coastal ocean economy here. I mean, obviously commercial fishing, but recreational fishing. There's something like 500,000 people who are engaged in recreational fishing off of Long Island and even in New York City, New York Harbor. So that's important. And we're also building reefs like off Staten Island in the coming years. There's a new set, almost a half-mile total of essentially reefs that will be out there that really are going to be designed for slowing wave energy and storm surge during future hurricanes. So these are kind of like natural built solutions that mimic the natural world, but kind of get a human boost to make our wildlife habitats better protect us in a climate-changing world, and boost the economy all at the same time.
These are very nuanced. When you think of the shorelines and the vast expanses of water, how are we able to gauge, or are we able to gauge at some point in time, how successful these are?
Well, I think it's important to monitor the condition. And of course, reefs globally are in trouble. Climate change.
Great Barrier Reef in Australia, iconic.
Correct.
All sorts of reports of the damage that's being done to, and in many instances, irretrievable damage.
Well, this is the key point. So back to your point about how do we monitor, and that's what we have to check is sort of what is the extent of the living corals, if they're coral reefs, or here in New York, while we do have these native coral species, sort of what is the coverage, what species are showing up. So it is important to do that monitoring. But what I want people to know is that while the oceans are warming and acidifying as a result of climate change, if we can do things like reduce the amount of sedimentation, so one of the big problems with the Great Barrier Reef is all the agricultural runoff and sediment that heads out there puts another layer of stress, which means it doesn't adjust as well to the acidification and the warmer water. Here in New York, what's really important for us to do is improve our water quality. So it would, in a sense, be dumping junk in the ocean if we don't clean up our water, because then you have this structure with lousy water quality and nothing can inhabit it. But as long as we're improving our water quality, then we can see these natural communities, marine communities, come back, which then helps for more vibrant coastal human communities. And that's key for resiliency in a climate-changing world.
I gotta say, Bill, every time you and I get a chance to talk, I always feel like I'm smarter, like I learned more things that are important for us to all know about. Bill, it's always a pleasure to have you joining us, and we'll talk with you again real soon.
Thanks, Jack. It's truly always a pleasure. Thank you.
Take care now.